up because I realized that what was living behind that boy's eyes was purely and simply evil.
You thought the game was over, but it's only just begun.
Well, Delayed Unmasked, no one is safe. I hope everyone's having a fantastic day. So we're gonna watch some of the outtakes filming of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre from the 70s, the first ever one, which it is still a terrifying film to this day. And I've never actually watched how they filmed it in a lot of ways, and not a lot of blood in this film. For a movie that doesn't have much blood, it creeps you out like there's no tomorrow. Obviously the great characters of Sally Hardesty and the fantastic, the performance of that character is fantastic in this whole entire thing. You had Hitchhiker, you had Cook, you have Leatherface, you know, and it's just so iconic, and just how they filmed this whole thing is just great. And I can't wait to see more on it. I know there's 2 videos on this, so I'll definitely credit the original video, and just want to check this out because I think this is going to be really cool. So let's do it up. Post-production audio is currently missing. The following outtakes are presented. Okay, so a lot of this has no sound. Okay.
To a cemetery just outside the small rural Texas community of Newt early this morning. Officers there discovered what appeared to be a grisly work of art. The remains of a badly decomposed body wired to a large monument.
That's crazy, man.
Was found in a ditch near the perimeter of the cemetery. Subsequent investigation has revealed at least a dozen empty crypts, and it's feared more will turn up.
God, it must have been hot as hell doing this every day. I don't know how many days this filming lasted here, but must have been a lot.
The head, or in some cases the extremities removed, the remainder of the corpse left intact. Evidence indicates the robberies have occurred over a period of time. Sheriff Jesus Maldonado refused to give details in the
This is when they met up with those guys.
He did have strong evidence linking the crime to elements outside the state. Area residents have reportedly converged on the cemetery, fearing the remains of relatives have been removed. No suspects are in custody as the investigation.
It was just one of those films where it was so. It was just really creepy. It's still creepy to watch. I put this film on middle of the night, lights off. Cooper did a great job. The trauma and panic is where it really just takes you, and the camera angles, the camera shots, the noises, just all the sounds. The Hitchhiker.
Some 40 cases of the highly infectious disease have been confirmed. It's believed that emergency has thus far eluded authorities is responsible for the spread of the disease.
Being the Hitchhiker must have been a real fun part. Must have been a really fun part.
Apparently touched off by a suicide. A young man, reportedly angered by a local television blackout of a sports event, jumped from the 10th story window of his apartment. A second man.
That's when they throw him out of the car. After he cut the guy in the wheelchair's arm with his scalpel or his razor blade. It's on the ground right there. I love that he just stops. He's like, okay. This must have been so much fun. Going to the gas station where they're cooking up the bodies in there. Old school Coke machine, huh? What is this? Is this the... Oh, it's that abandoned building that they go to. This is the only part where I don't know why they stopped at this abandoned building. And I don't know who owned this building, or, like, was it connected? Was it in connection to the family members? Did they own this building? I don't know. Or it was just a random building that they went to. It was creepy, though. spider. Because I know they filmed like the corner of a wall in the attic of that abandoned building. There was like these bugs everywhere. As her waiting. What's his face goes inside. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting right here. Is that 2 vans? Interesting. I'm telling you, it's you go through trauma like just watching this film. Like you feel like here's the iconic moment. Obviously it's a different angle, but the iconic moment of her walking up to the house. Oh boy. God, middle of the night, flashlight, rolling him in a damn wheelchair. I mean, it's pitch black. I mean, there's some light there, but it's pitch black. I don't know how. There's someone else in the woods with a flashlight. Couple people. Oh, there he is. Yeah, he is fucking terrifying. He's obviously that chainsaw is not running. Bro, that's rest in peace, by the way. But holy shit. I mean, till this day, this is terrifying. How this movie looks, Leatherface, how he looks in this film. That's like another angle. I guess maybe they shot at this angle to see if it would look good, but obviously it looks like he's not even getting touched, so they probably took it out. Because everybody doesn't know that, Texas Chainsaw Massacre was based on a real killer. Not exactly like Leatherface, but it was the story of Ed Gein. If no one watched the story of Ed Gein, definitely watch it. There are movies about it and documentaries where people were disappearing from this town, and he was like the nicest guy in town, and he was taking women and cutting their skin off and hanging their skin in his house, and he was wearing their skin. He never chainsawed anybody or anything like that. He just kidnapped a bunch of people one by one in this town, and that's pretty much where they got the story kind of unveiled to do a Texas Chainsaw Massacre. How Leatherface was he fell. He fell in the woods. Oh, some of this chainsaw has to be real at certain moments, obviously. It's gotta be. Probably a very weak door, obviously. He's making marks in the door. Yeah, it's definitely 100% real. 100%. I don't ever want them to remake this first movie. Ever. Ever. I would not be interested. Of course I would watch it, but I wouldn't be interested to, like, really ruin it, you know? I know a lot of people didn't like the 2022 film. I get it. 21 or 22, I forgot, the Netflix Texas Chainsaw film, which I really did like. Leatherface especially, I thought he was great. Obviously, Sally Harsey didn't get the great... Sally Harsey didn't have a great fate in that film. He's trying to start the damn. I guess he's trying to start the chainsaw. It's not starting. These are awesome clips, by the way. Like things we haven't seen. That's pretty cool. Fucking, he is just. I guess like what they do here is like they just tell him to mess up this door, and then they take certain parts from him messing up the door, and they add it to the movie. God, that is terrifying. What the hell was she wearing that wig? Is this a stunt person? Is this somebody else? I think that's somebody else, a stunt person for her, because it looks like she had like a blonde wig on. Yeah, it definitely was a blonde wig. So someone definitely did a stunt for her. But Sally Hardesty's character, though, man, the amount of screaming she did, like, I gotta say, like, I know a lot of people say Jamie Lee Curtis is the scream queen, and I think she is. But got to give it to, I forgot her name that does Sally Hardesty, but she did a phenomenal job here. She did a phenomenal job here. She really, I mean, remember the camera angles that went close to her eyeballs and it showed like the veins in her eyeballs and like of her just going through this trauma moment when she's sitting at the dinner table and she's like freaking out. Like those moments, like the filming is so good. The cinematography is so good. They make it so that they make it, I don't know. They show the brutality of like what she's going through. Oh, what happened? Why is she pissed off? Something happened? I mean, I don't know if he's really mad about something. Maybe the chainsaw's not working. I don't know. I think he's just acting. But it's, you know, they show the brutality of just of what she's going through with the great camera shots, the great angles. I don't know what he's doing. There's the gas station. All right, so this is the same. So they must have. So this is when she gets to the gas station. So when she gets to the gas station, you don't even see Leatherface anymore. So this scene, like, obviously never happens of him getting all pissed off. But he's not losing her. Like this, she's getting trapped in the gas station with the cook right now. Because she gets to the gas station, as you see right now, she's gonna run around the corner and then she's gonna go right into the entrance to the gas station. But you never see Leatherface outside the gas station or get angry or pissed off. Like you never see that. She gets to the gas station, she runs to the front. Leatherface disappears off screen, and she goes inside and she like barricades herself inside. And that's when the cook finds her. And he's a great actor too, man. He does such a great job.
Deputies report that in some instances, only parts of a corpse had been removed. The head, or in some cases, the extremities removed.
Grandpa.
The remainder of the corpse left intact. Evidence indicates the robberies have occurred over a period of time. Sheriff Jesus Maldonado refused to give details in the ghoulish case and said only that he did have
God, it's so terrifying, man. That fucking pretty woman mask.
Area residents have reportedly converged on the cemetery, fearing the remains of relatives have been removed. No suspects are in
That scene was creepy as hell. They're all just making weird sounds at the table. And she's just sitting in the chair freaking out at like just what she's seeing in front of her as she's tied up. You know, she's tied up to the chair. She can't do anything.
At least 3 workers and injuring a dozen more. Firefighting units from 3 Texas cities continue to battle the Holocaust in an effort to confine 40-foot flames. Smoke from the fire is visible to Houston residents some 60 miles.
He's picking his nose. That's funny.
Reluctantly admit they may have a cholera epidemic on their hands. Some 40 cases of the highly infectious disease have been
She must have been so exhausted after filming this, after filming these scenes, like this whole movie. She must have been exhausted because she just. I mean, realistically, like to go through shit, something like that, man, can't imagine. I know it's a movie, but realistically, people have gone through shit like this. I felt like the cook was the one that like didn't want to kill anybody, didn't want to kill her at all. He egged like everybody else on to do it as they were trying to kill her. Having Grandpa try to hit her with the hammer, where like he couldn't even lift up the hammer. And this is when she jumps, she runs, and she jumps right out of the window, right at the front of the living room in the window. Yeah, this is crazy. So they shot this a good amount of times, obviously. This is when she gets free, she jumps out the front window in the living room. Is that it? That was sweet. I really liked that a lot. I really enjoyed that. Oops. There's another Texas Chainsaw fan film. I really enjoyed that. I thought that was awesome. I like this. I didn't even mind not having any audio because like I don't really need audio for it, to be honest. We just watch that like crazy. I think it was, I mean, still watching Texas Chainsaw to this day. It's still just, it hits you still. Like it's never gonna, this one of the movies that changed history, like no joke, to horror in general when it came to slashers. And, there's been a lot of copycat repeats of this. There's been, obviously, they've been trying to get this franchise back on task. Back in 21 or 22, I forgot when the Netflix Texas Chainsaw came out, which I liked it a lot. Loved Leatherface in that, and the kids I couldn't stand. Obviously, I wanted them all dead, but I thought it was. I think that they're gonna have another one, and I think it's been the most bloody one so far, and still one of my favorite characters of all time. Better of the slashers I've ever seen. To be honest, I've never watched the Texas Chainsaw past the second film, and the second film was okay. I've never watched the other ones because I know they get really, really, really bad. I watched the prequel Leatherface film, which that film kind of tricks you in a lot of ways. Didn't really like it. The early 2000 sequels, I absolutely loved. The two movies in the early 2000s, I love those films. So those ones I cherish the most. The 2022 movie or 21 movie on Netflix that came out, I actually really liked it. The only thing I could complain about is Sally Hardesty, how they treated her death in that movie. I didn't like it. I didn't like the way, and she's getting chainsawed through her chest in midair, and she's still like alive, which for a certain amount of time, which she could speak. I mean, I don't get it. Kind of made no sense in some aspects of that, but other than that, it was great. I had no issue with it, and hope you guys enjoyed the outtakes for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And there's actually a second one we'll definitely react to later on, which I'm excited to go over. So you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys. Keep running. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.